graduands from the Faculty of Science. The formal proceedings will begin very shortly, and you'll be invited to stand as your graduands enter and process to their seats. They'll be then followed by our academic staff, and finally our official party, which includes our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and guest speaker. Please remain standing during that time. During the ceremony, please do feel free to take photographs, but don't stand in the aisles to do this. And now is the best time ever for you to switch your mobile phone to silent, please. At the end of the ceremony, you'll all be invited to sing the national anthem with your new graduates. Everyone will then process out, and your graduates will move up into the main B&Z foyer. Please don't meet your graduates, as they will be, on this level. Please move up to one level. Ladies and gentlemen, your future graduates are here. Please stand.
igitur, juvenestum sumus, gaudiamus igitur, juvenestum sumus, post jucundam juventutem, post molectam senectutem, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore. Vivat Academia, vivant professores, vivat Academia, vivant professores, vivat membrum quod libet, vivant membra que libet, semper sint in flore, semper sint in flore.
Remaira, koutou ngā tauira, patano i te aue, ki runga i te reo karanga, kua tai koutou ki te tihi o te mātauranga e, haere mai, pakatau maira.
Please be seated. Inga mana, inga reo, inga hoi whā. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Vice Chancellor, special guests, graduands, family, whānau and supporters. As Chancellor of the University of Auckland, I extend a warm welcome to you all on behalf of the University Council members and the staff of the University. This is a meeting of the Council of the University of Auckland at which I will award diplomas and confer degrees in the Faculty of Science. Graduation is a time for celebrating success. Today you will experience the pomp and tradition of this ancient ceremony and the recognition befitting your success on your well-deserved day of celebration. Like your family and friends gathered here, we are very proud of all your achievements and look forward to your lifelong involvement as members of the University of Auckland family. Of course, graduation represents much more than just a day of celebration. Your qualification from this university will have a lifetime impact on you, your family, and the community at large. We know that compared to those whose formal education ends in high school, graduates have lower unemployment rates, higher salaries, better career prospects, and better health outcomes. Your university experience and the qualifications gained at university will thus add real value to your lives and to the lives of those around you. The fact that our university can add value in these ways reflects the abilities and achievements of our staff and students. Professor Margaret Brimble was named a Dame Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit. In May last year, Dame Margaret was also elected a Fellow of the Royal Society of London for her contribution to synthetic organic chemistry, the first New Zealand-based woman scientist to join the ranks of the world's oldest scientific organisation. Professor Christian Hartinger was awarded the 2019 Australian and New Zealand Society for Mass Spectrometry Morrison Medal. The award reflects his pioneering research into the development of organometallic anti-cancer agents. Professor Richard Laheron received the International Geographical Union Laureate d'Honneur from the International Geographical Union Commission. The award was established to recognise individuals who have achieved particular distinction or who have rendered outstanding service in the work of the Union or in international geography and environmental research. Distinguished Professor Marsden Conda was awarded the Jones Medal by the Royal Society Te Aoparangi for his lifetime achievement in leadership in mathematics. Marsden is a world authority on the mathematics of symmetry and chirality in discrete structures, especially those with maximum possible symmetry in their class. Associate Professor Rochelle Constantine was the inaugural winner of the Sir Peter Blake Trust Environment Award for her work in marine research and conservation. Her campaign to increase protection for the Hauraki Gulf whale population led to slower speeds for large vessels, dramatically reducing the number of whales injured or killed by ship strike. In order to ensure that we can continue to achieve successes like these and to enhance our contribution to future generations of graduates and to our nation, the university must do three things. First, we need to attract students of high academic potential and give them an outstanding academic and extracurricular experience. In this respect, we are doing very well. The proportion of students entering the university with a higher grade point average is growing each year, and we produce outstanding graduates, just like you. Second, we need to attract, develop and retain outstanding staff. This we are doing as illustrated by the achievements I described earlier. Many of our staff are world leaders in their fields, and you will have been privileged to learn from and work with them. It is no coincidence that in the QS World Rankings of University Subjects, the University of Auckland came top in New Zealand in 37 of the 41 subjects ranked. And in the new Times Higher Education Impact Rankings, which measure each university's performance against the United Nations Sustainability Goals, we were ranked first in the world, both overall and for health and well-being. And third, we need to create the kind of academic environment and facilities that support and encourage excellence. To this end, the university has been investing heavily in its campus renewal program so as to ensure that we do provide facilities of genuinely international quality. Many of you will graduate today with a first qualification, and you will be rightly proud of this achievement. However, I also want you to reflect on the ongoing learning opportunities and the wide range of postgraduate options available to you at this university. You must never rest on your laurels in a challenging and ever-changing world, but rather be prepared to embrace change and new technology and make the most of the opportunities presented to you. Although it may seem a daunting prospect right now, further study and learning is inevitable for all of us as the world changes around us at an ever-accelerating pace. Whatever path you follow, I urge you, as alumni of New Zealand's leading university, to never forget your alma mater, your university. We rely on our graduates for support, moral political, and financial. But today is your day, with the focus firmly on your achievement. At this ceremony, we honour your success, along with the support of your family, whānau, and others who have sustained you through your studies. I congratulate you and trust that you will long cherish the memories of your graduation today. It is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this morning, Michael Stedman. Manaaki tia mai a tātou kura mahita. Nā ki arahi I a tātou tamariki. I na makapuna me te iwi. Look after our teachers, the counsellors of our children, grandchildren, and the people. The University of Auckland values equity and diversity among the staff and students. The university proactively works to create inclusive and socially just environments for all, regardless of background. Michael Stedman is a strategic leader for Māori education, the Kaiara Tāki in the office of the Pro-Vice Chancellor Māori. In this inaugural role, he supports relationships with Māori, both students and communities outside the university. Previously, he was Kiarahi, guide and counsellor in the Faculty of Science, where he worked with Māori and Pacific students to support the university experience for them. Michael is also a science graduate of this university. Michael is of Ngāti Whātua descent and is the chair of the tribe's research advisory group and an active member of Ōrākei Marae. He is a firm believer in the positive impact science can make, including the opportunity that each of our graduates represents the development of Aotearoa, New Zealand. He is also, I believe, a very fine singer. Please welcome Michael Stedman to the stage.
E aku nui, e aku rahi, e ngā tangata ko rangitā miro tia nei e te tātou huia kai manoa, a tēnā rā tātou katoa. Our Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, members of Council, members of the University and the Faculty of Science, graduates, friends and family, nau mai haramai. Welcome and congratulations to all being received here today. My name's Michael Stedman, as our Chancellor has mentioned. I'm the Deputy Pro-Vice Chancellor Māori, or Kaiarataki, a former staff member of the Faculty of Science and a graduate. It's my sincere and absolute privilege to be able to offer this kōrero here today, to be part of your celebration. So thank you ever so much for allowing me to say a few words. Over 20 years ago, I sat in your position. Incredibly happy to have finished my journey at that point with the university. Having had the opportunity to share the moment with my family, buy the graduation teddy bear, take my graduation photo, which incidentally, my left eye was slightly closed at the time. It sort of stares at me as a reminder that technologies such as filters or Photoshop weren't available at that point. And if only I had the original file. So graduation tip, check your photo, make sure you're happy with it, otherwise 20 years later you'll be standing on stage telling people about it. It is an honour to accept this wonderful opportunity to be able to share some of my experiences as a science graduate in the hope that something will resonate with you here today. The first thing that I have to say is that my pathway has not been a straight line at all. It's not your typical outcome that might be promoted in a pamphlet highlighting vocational pathways from a science degree. I had no idea what I was doing. My mum in this case might say that I have no idea what I'm doing now. I kept my head down, I did my work and I graduated and then headed into the world not really knowing where I stood. Now when I get the chance to look back on my career and the different pathways it took, I'm clear that my time with the faculty, and in this case the Sport and Exercise Science Department, set me up well for the places that I ended up in. Firstly, at disclosure, I chose my major, Sport and Exercise Science, based on what I thought was going to happen rather than what it actually was. It had sport in the title, so I just assumed we were going to be doing PE for 3 years. So, listen, know what you're getting into. Don't assume anything and be clear. The key point here, though, is that I chose it because I was sincerely interested in it, and any challenges that I had at the university were usurped by that interest. So looking back now, everything I've ever spent some time in was because I enjoyed the work. Love what you do, or learn to love it. You have to learn to enjoy things, or try new experiences to learn more about yourself. My first proper job was as a youth tutor, and not because I had experience, but because I had a degree, yes. The work was something that I can contribute to, and in this case, running sport and recreation programs for young people that weren't at school anymore. It wasn't the start that I had hoped for, but it was a start nonetheless, and the Warriors trainer's job wasn't available at that point. But I was happy and thankful to be part of those young people's education experience. In that role, I met 3 of my mentors, with whom I have close relationships to this day. Their contribution to my personal development and helping me build confidence in areas I hadn't been exposed to in my life was crucial. Mentors are important. At the beginning of my speech, you heard me open it in te reo Māori or Māori language. When I left university and all through school, before that, I had limited or no knowledge of my own culture and language, so I would have had no idea of what I just said at that moment, sitting where you are now in my ceremony. I was given the opportunity to be guided through the next step of my journey, which is to open up a key part, and that key part of my personal history. The key lesson for me then was know who you are. This is the bedrock of who I am now and how I relate to others, because I am now clear of who I am and what I can offer. That wasn't always the case. At that point in my life, I couldn't say that I knew the answer to that question, but I was open to it, and it formed the basis of everything that was to follow. The next opportunity that came out of the relationships that I had developed with my mentors and the belief that they had in me that I hadn't yet developed in myself, I became a teacher of Māori language when I thought I hadn't yet developed the expertise for it yet. What I did have, though, was people that believed in me, people who were prepared to throw adversity at me and hope for the best in some ways. Did I want to do it that way? No, not at all. Am I thankful for it? Yes, absolutely. I was given the opportunity and trusted in the relationships that I had built. They pushed me beyond my comfort zone and gave me a chance to grow. Look for growth opportunities. You all have a wonderful opportunity to make a difference in your own lives and that of your families, and if possible, for others too. Knowing that sitting in this room today, we have future developers of world-leading technology, developers of life-saving pharmaceuticals, influencers of sustainable practices and policy development in this country and the world. That's humbling. Sir James Henare, a graduate of our university, not science, but he's still pretty cool, said, "Ko tāwhiti ke tō haerenga mai kia kore e haere tonu. He nui rawa o mahi kia kore e mahi tonu," which translated is, "You've come too far not to go further. You've done too much not to do more." And he was talking about the position that we're all in today. Eventually, these opportunities led me back to the Faculty of Science, where I'd started this part of my journey. And I was fortunate to get a chance to work for the faculty. And 10 years later, I stand here now offering you my thoughts on what awaits you now that you've completed this part of your journey. When I think about some of my mates from Sport and Exercise Science, I'm quite clear that the place I ended up I couldn't have conceived of nor planned for on day one of stepping off the bus from Helensville and catching the shuttle out to Tāmaki campus. Some of my classmates design equipment for Team New Zealand, train the Black Sticks, managers in healthcare organisations. One's the coach of world champion kayaker Lisa Carrington. All conceivable outcomes from the training we received in Sport and Exercise Science Department. Not all of you will have that experience, and that's okay. I didn't, and in the end, things have worked out okay, but not without first understanding who I am. Did my science degree count? Without a shadow of a doubt. I apply the strategic and analytical thinking I developed in my degree every day. That combined with the personal experiences I've ever sought or had thrust upon me, I'm thankful that I had the chance to sit where you are now. Would I change anything? That question. Yes, heaps, loads of it. I try harder on some assessments, try not to procrastinate so much, try not to generally be so awkward in social settings, but I am thankful for my Bachelor of Science degree, and it is one of the reasons I'm standing here today. So I say again, congratulations to all of our graduates. We're very, very proud of you. Thank you also to the families and friends that are here today to share in this moment, and we also remember those that aren't able to be here as well. And to my colleagues in the Faculty of Science, thank you for your passion and thank you for your care. Nā whipai tēnā moku, huri nō ki tō tātou whare, a tēnā koutou, a tēnā tātou katoa. Thank you.
Michael, thank you for sharing that journey and those insights with us. This is a meeting of council in convocation of the university, which I will be awarding diplomas and conferring degrees. By the authority vested in me by resolution of the University of Auckland Council, I, Scott St John, Chancellor, award the diplomas and confer the degrees stated upon those who within the Faculty of Science have satisfied the requirements of this university. I call upon the Associate Dean Academic of the Faculty of Science, Associate Professor Duncan McGilvray, to present graduands in that faculty.
Chancellor, as Associate Dean Academic, I have the honour of presenting to you the students qualified for the award of a diploma or conferment of a degree in the Faculty of Science. Graduate Diploma in Science, Mandy Kua. Barbara Jo Lyon. Joanna Singh. Hui Yao. To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Nick Athira Abdul Ghani. Freshta Abrahimi. Courtney Alexandra Adams. Shabez Ahmed. Jacinta Aholele. Maxwell Marshall Appley. Melanie Rose Appleton. Janika Piola Aquino. Matthew Montague Armstrong. Fadi Akram Badi Aziz. Daniel Bard. Nundini Bagragnia. James Lawrence Barclay. Daniel Bedgegood. Ryan Bates. Sindhu Bima. Sunika Putra Alpinsa bin Subagio. Morgan Francis Bowler Parkin. Paige Boyd. Dylan Roy Bryant. Cherie Misty Rivera Burgos. Phoebe Burns. Anissa Bustami. Song Yun Byun. Yu Huan Kai. Scott Anderson Caldwell. Haley Calvert. Eric Chow. Lisa Anna Nancy Shamusi. Simone Shika Chand. Jacqueline Chang. Kimberly Marie Channings. Chi Yun Chow. Sneha Chatterjee. Tian Chan. Chan Yang Shi. Chang Sa-tsung. Su-yun Chu. Min Choi. Justin Chung. Rishika Chapara. Jason Lawrence Cyprian Bird. Emily Robin Cole. Aidan Mackenzie Colebrook. Emily Cooper. Daniel Koppel. Divine Angel Koss. Annabelle Cranswick. Charlotte Crick Friesen. Umang Patel Daya. Laura Dalton. Lucy Olivia Darby. Sarah Elizabeth Mary de Garnham. Morne Mario de Jager. Simon Rendell Cantos de los Reyes. Quan Minh Din. Yu Mendong. Sasha Douglas. Kezia D'Souza. Tessa Ann Dimmond. Samantha Sorka Edwards Ingle. Brendan Iyer. Thomas Elliott. Benjamin Andrew Ipscamp. Yiya Fan. Ruyang Fan. Paul Fitzgerald. Yasith Game Kunkanunge. Liam Garrett. Charlotte Garrett. Caesar Go. Hobin Noel Saavedra Gomez. Gongjia Chi. Carly Nicole Good. Catherine Hilary Goss. Han Gu. William Damawangsa Gunta. Zarul Hadi. Reuben James Hager. Khalida Hasif. Bowen Her. Alicia Heriati. Nicole Hemsworth. Ji Hong Xiao. Takuma Hioki. Reva May Hollick. Sophia Helena Hugenboom. Hu Ji Huang. Jing Huizi Huang. Huang Shran Wei. Yude Huang. Shi Xiang Huang. Ishani Elanga Asinga. Martin Ireland. Jack Jacobs. Kachanan Janam. Caitlin Jellyman. Shu Tong Ji. Yunji Jin. Thomas Joseph. Sheyu Zhu. Indak Jun. Vibhuti Sudhir Kadum. Jessica Kanji. Siobhan Kelly. Monish Hamid Khan. Shin Ka. Du Young Kim. Jungyeon Kim. Lisa Kim. Min Young Kim. Yongjae Kim. Adi Kuna. Jacqueline Marie Coops Ritter. Benjamin Andrew Crinkle. Divya Vani Krishnamurthy. Timothy Chan Lee Kuik. Johita Kumar. Priyanka Kumar. Shivani Sayal Kumar. Dele Alessana Lafaele Iosua. Vicky Lau. Isabella Sofia Francesca Lavas. Kok Hong Leong Lee. Zhong Huyen Le. Gayon Lee. Jenny Lee. Justin Lewardis. Isaac Barry Legg. Chatumi Lalwala. Leong En Wei. Jia Chi Li. Jari Li. Li Jiawei. Zhuming Li. Simang Li. Liu Chen. Chen Chen Liu. Liu Shanshan. Tao Liu. Vincent Lockhen Liu. Yang Feng Liu. Yitong Liu. Liu Yujia. Roger Yixin Liu. Lo. Sam Liu. Sihan Liu. Liu Sirei. Charlotte Rose Lucas. Pepin Loten. Albert Moy Lee. Strauss Perry Mackey. Julius Macrohon. Ria Mahojun. Alden Mayor. Andrea Isabel Manabat. Jose Mario Halakan Manaloto. Niharika Manchanila. Caitlin Grace Mann. Gregorius Kevin Chris Mariano. Ashley Mark. Stephen Jeremy Lee Markman. Maile Akiza Matapa. Mati Rad Mati. Caitlin Margaret McKissick. Adam McKinley McMillan. Ella Catherine McNeil. Palak Mavada. Blake Miller. Gillian Miller. Mira Mistry. Fraser Moore. Daniel David Morgan. Sakuya Mori. Danielle Rosalie Morrissey. Joshua Muller. Courtney Munford. Liam John Murphy. Namuhan Namuhan. Courtney Dale Nell. Joseph Namphai Boone. Anthony Nicholson. Catherine Marie Obneal. Daniel Gerardo Byrne. Oliver Peter Jacks. James Oliver. Huiqian Ouyang. Laura Park and a Bachelor of Arts. Robert Daniel Tamokanui Itirangi Parakofai Gudex. Bhavik Naran Patel. Eileen Perdana. Austin Pearson. Matthew Graham Powell. Avnit Shamal Prasad. Madison Faye Moiwai Pryor. Sai Hashith Pula. Jian Shin. Zhao Yu Chin. Durya Qureshi. Jobithan Rajaratnam. Krasana Rajasarakaran. Avita Ram. Robert Ramos. Akina Dennis Raphael. Jun Zhang Ren. Benjamin James Stephen Ripley. Keegan Russo. Pratiti Roy. James Wongsom Samontri. Dean Christopher Seller. Ursula Serowers. Oliver Vincent Clapham Sargent. Meet Shah. Hai Shao. Shen Hao Zhu. Li Jing Shen. Aditi Pramod Cheraka. Yun Hyai Shen. Mika Siriki. Stephanie Sin. Anzel Shivnil Singh. Nilisha Nadia Singh. Elaine Meiting Siu. Yishen Xiu. Joshua Samuel Smith. John William Joseph Snell. Ganwoo Song. Emily Spencer. Dana Marie Sperling. Benjamin Samuel Cyril Steer. Sally Sue. Prudencia Filomena Sua. Swanimi Subidi. Samiha Suleiman. Connor Sutton. Long Ki Tai. Meihan Tao.
One of the great pleasures of graduation is the opportunity to hear performances by students from our acclaimed School of Music. Diane Hu on violin will now perform Salut d'amour by Elgar. Diane, thank you for sharing that wonderful performance with us. I now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Science, Professor John Hosking, to present further graduands in that faculty.
To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Benjamin Craig Gustafson Taylor. Shelby Kevin Taylor. Kararaina Miratui Tapuni. Shane T. Chiten Chung. Sophie Alexandra Thomas. Andrew Scott Thompson. Senda Ruwani Thumudaragi. Chunche Ting. Tiffany Chayadi. Yoda Toki. Marius Tanu. Duiman Tran. Yu Hao Sai. Sela Tukuafu. Thomas Yuri. Greta Kamika Holland van Dongen. Daniel Vandermeer. Raymond Velivolo. Mingwei Wang. Yizhen Wang. Zhijun Wang. Ziyun Wang. Brandon Jun Yang Wee. Craig Wilkinson. Olivia Rose Wilkinson. Hannah Evelyn Wilson. Alaric Sahin Wilson. Anthony Winato. Lauren Wisnowski. Christina Genevieve Walkram. Helen Wong. Susanna Siu-Wai Wong. Jinghao Wu. Kaiwei Wu. Mingkun Wu. Yihai Wu. Shubin Shao. Ling Yuyan. Yang Tian Yi. Li Hua Yin. Zhou Yun. Haran Zheng. Shahan Zheng. Xiao Zhang. Simeng Zhang, Zuri Zhao, Victoria Zhao, Xuanli Zhao. To the degree of Bachelor of Science, Conjoint, Hassan Daniel Kader Agan and a Bachelor of Nursing. Alison Bain and a Bachelor of Arts. Jackson Beagley and a Bachelor of Engineering Honours with Second Class Honours First Division in Engineering Science. Esther Delia Scanlon Bergen and a Bachelor of Arts. Kaitiki Rai Bhatnagar and a Bachelor of Commerce. Rachel Eden Boyd and a Bachelor of Arts. Matthew Chang and a Bachelor of Commerce. Hyungjin Chung and a Bachelor of Commerce. Calum Ewing Darrick and a Bachelor of Arts. Ida Katinka de Smet and a Bachelor of Engineering Honours with First Class Honours in Software Engineering. Yun Duan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Aria Hart and a Bachelor of Commerce. Harriet Elise May Henderson and a Bachelor of Arts. Monica Lois Hing and a Bachelor of Arts. Thomas Hinton and a Bachelor of Commerce. Do Hee Kim and a Bachelor of Arts. Winjet Koo and a Bachelor of Commerce. Yuhan Lee and a Bachelor of Commerce. Xuan Lu and a Bachelor of Commerce. Holly Cherie Masterson and a Bachelor of Arts. Victoria Elizabeth Peters and a Bachelor of Arts. Hugh Napier Richardson and a Bachelor of Commerce. Chi Yi Si and a Bachelor of Commerce. Daniel Shepherd and a Bachelor of Commerce. Anika Terry and a Bachelor of Arts. Spencer Vorend and a Bachelor of Commerce. Zhong Wan and a Bachelor of Commerce. Chahua Wang and a Bachelor of Arts. Pei Wen Xiao and a Bachelor of Commerce. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with Distinction. Janine Ann Cunningham in Marine Science. Tobias Elliott in Biosecurity and Conservation. Hongshu Jin in Food Science. Danielle Marie Terhern in Environmental Science. Nilushika Subudani Thambugala Athakura Lalagi in Food Science. Kelly Amanda Wooten in Biosecurity and Conservation. Ping Yi in Computer Science. Postgraduate Diploma in Science with Merit, Ines Hamadji in Biological Sciences. Nan Lur in Environmental Management. Xiaoyu Ma in food science. Hannah Wendy Paws in wine science. Barry Patrick Power in psychology. Andrea Roca in food science. Elisa Amy Inthira Samintri in biosecurity and conservation. Brittany Page Trask in marine science. Xiaofeng Zhu in food science. Postgraduate diploma in science, Robert Douglas Atiola in clinical exercise physiology. Siki Shern in food science and a Bachelor of Science. Hani Neville Kumar Desai in environmental management. Henry Yuan Gao in chemistry. Tong Shuai Han in computer science. Sumeda Kasturi in pharmacology. Braden Kulatia in clinical exercise physiology. Jay Shayambi Lakupota in computer science. Liu Lijun in biosecurity and conservation. Raymond Besfair Manaya Schuster in clinical exercise physiology. Shul Anil Kumar Shah in food science. Chuan Shern in statistics. Emily Sage Vernal in environmental management. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with First Class Honours, Shiming Bao in computer science. Dan Chern in medicinal chemistry. Jonas Patrick Debish in computer science. Natasha Hannah Gill in chemistry. Sing Yong Lee in medicinal chemistry. University postgraduate scholar Lucy Robin McLean in psychology. University postgraduate scholar Jennifer Rose Mull in chemistry. Jacinda Murphy in psychology. Yichun Pan in applied mathematics. William Andrew Asco Reid in geophysics. Olivia Rook Devoy in biological sciences. Oscar Alexander Shepperson in chemistry. Yicheng Chi in computer science. Ziru Wu in food science. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with Second Class Honours First Division, Saha Lotfi Algaraiba in medicinal chemistry. Jenny Suet Yi Chan in bioinformatics. Badi Tobias James in bioinformatics. Jonathan Sulinom in geophysics and a Bachelor of Science. To the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours with Second Class Honours Second Division, Zheni Xiao in statistics. To the degree of BS Bachelor of Science, Yupu Wang. To the Master of Bioscience Enterprise with First Class Honours, Grace Isabel Holland. Muhan Lin and a postgraduate diploma in Bioscience Enterprise with distinction. Tanalak Polprasit. Shamal Kumaram. To the Master of Bioscience Enterprise with Second Class Honours First Division, Mao Fu, and a postgraduate diploma in Bioscience Enterprise. Ke Yun. Xiaowei Lu. Robert William Forbes Veal. Samuel Yu. To the Master of Information Technology with First Class Honours, Xiaolong Huang. Dashui Liu. Hao Cheng Liu. Weizhen Mao. Han Lin. Li Shin Xiang. Mengzhi Shen. Priti Vene Nair. To the Master of Information Technology with Second Class Honours First Division, Shimali Kalpendri Fernando. Himanshu Kaushik. Hongyu Li. Yue Li Lin. Liu Zhiming. Tanama Mahadevan. Visith So. Pai Tania Sakuma. Kalana Wirasekara. Mingshuang Wu. Junqi Yang. Tingyu Zhang. Yue Zhao. To the Master of Information Technology with Second Class Honours Second Division, Ashlesh Sandeep Kadam. Yash Mahendra Patel. Nabin Podil. Zhen Wang. Jing Yang. To the Master of Information Technology, Pradeep Kumar. Sindhu Sridharan. To the Master of Marine Studies with Second Class Honours Second Division, Pei Yu Wang. To the Master of Professional Studies with First Class Honours, Wan Wen Chun in Data Science. Josefa Esparza Araya in Food Safety. To the Master of Professional Studies with Second Class Honours First Division, Kei Ao Yung in digital security. Yi Dai in data science. Tapas Mishra in data science. Nitish Sant in digital security. Tushar Sawhney in data science. Li Chuan Wang in food safety. Yang Tian in data science. To the Master of Professional Studies with second class honours, second division. Sachin Goni in digital security. Masuma Shariat in data science. Fan Zhang in data science. To the Master of Professional Studies, Pooja Main in food safety. To the Master of Science with first class honours, Songmi An in chemistry. Marco Annandale in physiology. Leah Ann Barnfather in biological sciences. Toby B in physics. Heidi Louise Bromley in forensic science. Chun Chun in biological sciences. Gabriella Margarita Costa in environmental science. Lance Hamilton Cowan in earth sciences. University postgraduate scholar Alexandra Davidson in earth sciences. Anthony Luke Davies in physiology. Lorenzo Miguel Monasterio Dio in pharmacology. And a postgraduate diploma in science with merit in pharmacology. Brooke Faye Eastwood in food science. Alexander Edward James Elliott in physics. Elizabeth Farrington in biosecurity and conservation. Sunimel Fernando in biomedical science. Anna Caitlin Gallagher in earth sciences. Jack Hamilton in marine science and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in marine science. University postgraduate scholar Matthew Hardcastle in environmental science and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in environmental science. Kate Hannah Hasselhoff in environmental science and a postgraduate diploma in science with merit in environmental science. University postgraduate scholar Anise Haviland in forensic science. Michelle Holtzhausen in psychology. University postgraduate scholar Simone Horrocks in speech sciences. Mikhail Robert Ingemar Johannesson Woolman in chemistry. University postgraduate scholar Zaina Jury in biological sciences and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in biological sciences. Alexandra Jamie Tan Kai Fong in biosecurity and conservation and a postgraduate diploma in science with distinction in biosecurity and conservation. Ada Sue Lin Koo in food science. Wendy Lamb in Biosecurity and Conservation, and a postgraduate diploma in Science with merit in Biosecurity and Conservation. Benjamin Samuel Allen Lear in Physiology. Luong Tuan Min in Chemistry. William Edward Marson in Geography. Lauren Kathleen McCarthy in Forensic Science and a postgraduate diploma in Forensic Science with distinction and a Bachelor of Science. Alice Jane Timpany McDougall in Physiology and a Bachelor of Science honours with second class honours First Division in Physiology. Peter McLeod in Statistics. Morgan Tyler Mertens in Applied Mathematics. Shannon Alice Mills in Earth Sciences. Jessica Beverly Moffat in Marine Science. Victoria Newport in Psychology. Prajakta Nipadaka in Earth Sciences. Heather Christina Patterson-Shallard in Geography. George Thomas Randall in Biological Sciences. Tyler Regchen in Biological Sciences. Rosanna Rov in Chemistry. Emily Carroll Russell in Chemistry. Oliver Bernie Saltmarsh in Psychology. Amber Simmons in Environmental Science. John Jarislaw Suraj in Statistics. Hatono Tannenbell in Food Science. Stanley Stu Chung Tung in Physics. Nicole Ann Wheeler in Geography. Cheng Su in Food Science. Su Su in Food Science. Yu Zhang in Food Science. To the Master of Science with second class honours First Division, Amal Muhammad Al-Harbi in Chemistry. Mercedes Domino Bishop in Chemistry. Jocelyn Hazel Davis in Psychology and a postgraduate diploma in Science with merit in Psychology. Stacey Claire Bridget Dillon in Forensic Science. Kirsty Logan Good in Marine Science. Noah Patrick Gulick in Earth Sciences and a postgraduate diploma in Science with merit in Earth Sciences. Pakhang Chako Hui in Statistics. Xiaolei Ku in Food Science. Jinchun Li in Food Science. Nandish Sharma Thram in Geophysics. David Stewart Reeves in Biological Sciences. Shara Jane Vanderpass in Biological Sciences. Yuan Wang in Food Science. To the Master of Science with Second Class Honours, Second Division, Olivia Faye Churnside in Forensic Science. Sandeep Kaur Dalewal Sidhu in Chemistry. Fatima Galaban Bakshayish in Statistics. Yiying Hua in Food Science. Laura Vanderden Lawrenson in Forensic Science. Kongping Leung in Biotechnology. Kenta Onisimo in Forensic Science. Arnold Akshay Shing in Chemistry. To the Master of Science, Shivani Ahilya Sharma in Environmental Science.
I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to present the doctoral graduands.
Chancellor, I have the honour of presenting to you the doctoral graduands. To the degree of Doctor of Clinical Psychology, Ursula Bach. Ursula investigated the experiences of mental health support workers in dealing with client suicidality and factors that contributed towards their confidence in enacting suicide prevention with clients. Her research contributes to considerations of systemic challenges within our mental health system and addresses concerns of inadequate training of this workforce. It also highlights ways to enhance mental health support workers' potential in suicide prevention. Germaine Elizabeth Ingley Cook. Germaine investigated the types of counter-transference therapists experienced when working with traumatised children, how therapists made sense of their experiences, and the impact and management of such reactions relating to therapists' sense of well-being. This study has implications for therapists working with traumatised children, particularly how they understand and work with their reactions in the context of therapy. Congratulations. Virginia Margaret Jones. Virginia's research explored the role of New Zealand psychologists employed in correctional and other forensic settings where their expertise is increasingly called upon. She looked at the tensions arising as psychologists attempt to meet the needs of both the mental health and criminal justice systems and how such tensions might be managed. Virginia. Rebecca Lacardia. Rebecca utilised a file audit methodology to assess performance validity in a sample of ACC neuropsychological assessments of traumatic brain injuries. She assessed factors associated with performance validity test results and clinicians' clinical judgments, and examined recommendations made by clinicians following findings of invalid performance. Rebecca. Adriana Louise Thomas. Adriana used a narrative approach to look at the professional experience of migrant therapists in Aotearoa, New Zealand, the cultural differences they encountered, and how their experiences changed over time. Congratulations. To the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Ni Jan Jessie Bong in Biological Sciences. Jessie investigated the use of alternative methods for New Zealand Manuka honey authentication, firstly based on chemical profiling parallel with industry and government efforts, and secondly using a new and orthogonal method based on peptide profiling. Jessie found unique compounds that are useful as markers of honey floral origin and demonstrated potential use of peptide profiling to distinguish honeys harvested from closely related species. Congratulations. Maria Paula Chari Blanco in Biological Sciences. Maria developed pelagic and benthnic copperpod bioassays as bioindicators for estuarine health. The bioassays were applied to assess the toxicity of multiple chemicals in the Ahuriri estuary in Napier and to evaluate the efficacy of remediation programs in ports from around New Zealand. Congratulations. Patrick Ponciano Collins in Biological Sciences. Patrick identified tissue-specific gene expression in apple fruit that was involved in growth and ripening, so contributing to a better understanding of the processes that govern fruit quality. Benjamin Joseph Daniels in Chemistry. Ben's initial work concerned an unknown compound unique to Manuka honey. He optimised its isolation, elucidated its structure, and confirmed this elucidation by total synthesis. This compound, named lapteridine, could be used as one of a suite of unique honey identifiers to prevent honey fraud. Ben also synthesised seven other natural products structurally similar to lapteridine for the first time. Ben. University doctoral scholar Owen Thomas Dillon in mathematics. Owen investigated probabilistic methods for efficiently calculating compressed approximations to physical models and statistical quantities. This allows underlying unknowns to be estimated quickly from measured data. This mathematics was then demonstrated in a variety of applications, such as low-dose X-ray CT scans and image deblurring. University doctoral scholar Elliot Thomas James Dunn in Biological Sciences. Elliot developed advanced methods for growing human skin in the laboratory to replace skin loss through injury such as major burns. The techniques he developed made the process for growing human skin faster and safer. Elliot also developed techniques that preserve the skin cells that make pigments so that skin grown from a patient can match the patient's own skin colour. Congratulations. Jessica Margaret Fleming in Chemistry. Jessica's thesis focused on organic synthesis routes to anti-cancer prodrugs which target treatment-resistant hypoxic cells in solid tumours. She demonstrated that high concentrations of cytotoxins can be released from such prodrugs through a radical mechanism initiated by radiation, and hence has proved in principle an approach to improve radiotherapy outcomes for patients. Luvia Lore Garcia Echori in Marine Science. Luvia investigated how warming oceans affect the behaviour and energetic cost of migration and settlement of spiny lobsters in order to better understand fluctuations in population size of this important species. Congratulations. Nicola Ann Hawes in Marine Science. Nicola used genetically identical clones of an invasive marine species to investigate epigenetic modifications in response to environmental stress. Understanding what drives the success of invasive species is a critical step in managing their distribution. By characterising the role of epigenetic effects in a natural system, this research has enhanced our understanding of ecological adaptation and evolutionary dynamics. William Robert Campbell Howie in geography. Bill used novel practice-centred methodologies to examine geography in New Zealand universities. He discovered a discipline that makes a tremendous contribution to political, economic and social life in New Zealand, but one that is under enormous pressure from changes taking place inside universities. The thesis presents an argument for how geography might respond. Bill. Guang Mei Huang in biological sciences. Guang Mei used the techniques of recombinant protein production, electron microscopy, and X-ray crystallography to study the atomic structure of granulovirus, an insect virus used to control codling moth pests in apple orchards. Guang Mei. Xudong Huang in statistics. Xudong developed a composite likelihood technique for fitting hierarchical models to data from multi-stage surveys, solving a problem that had been open for 20 years. The previous approaches only worked when the structure of the model was chosen to match the structure of the survey, whereas the new approach works for any model structure. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Shinuki Jayamaha in psychology. Shinuki examined characteristics of individuals that impede their ability to provide support to intimate partners and the factors that account for why these characteristics undermine support processes within close relationships. The distinct support processes identified across 7 studies have implications for understanding how to buffer close relationships from the detrimental effects of attachment anxiety, self-esteem and depressive symptoms. University doctoral scholar Ju Young Zhong in chemistry. Ju Young developed efficient synthesis of the core framework of 4 fungal-derived natural products possessing a broad spectrum of biological activities. The successful synthetic routes will provide a platform for the development of new antiviral and anti-cancer drugs. Ji Young, congratulations. Sam Patrick Kavanagh in computer science. Using comparative study methodologies, Sam measured the experiences and learning outcomes of students who were shown standard educational content on a desktop computer compared to those who were shown the same content on a virtual reality headset. Furthermore, Sam created a framework to guide the design of future educational virtual reality experiences that are more likely both to achieve the desired learning outcomes and to be positively perceived by students. Congratulations. Carolina Lara Mendoza in biological sciences. Carolina investigated the impacts of urbanisation on interactions between plants and birds. She found that in forest fragments surrounded by more urbanisation, fruit consumption decreased because plants in those fragments were visited by fewer bird species. Carolina's research highlights the importance of conserving interactions between species through optimised management of native habitat in urban areas. Caroline. Hui Wen Li in biological sciences. Hui Wen studied the biological function of a receptor that perceives strigolactone, a hormone that controls various developmental processes in plants, particularly branching. She made changes in the receptor that allowed this important protein to signal without the hormone, giving us potential new tools to alter branching in plants. Congratulations, Stephen. Jeffrey Lerner in geology. Jeff studied how to better identify periods of unique activity at volcanoes by looking at the past 1,000 years of eruptions at Mount Taranaki. His research found new information about the timing of Taranaki's most recent eruption and better defined hazards presented by future activity at the volcano. Jeff. Li Dongxing in food science. Dongxing studied physicochemical properties and the molecular structure of kiwi fruit starch in different tissues and growth stages of the fruit to explore the potential uses for kiwi fruit starch and starch-rich kiwi fruit. His study contributes to fundamental knowledge for developing kiwi fruit as a sustainable crop and provides new insights into the relationship between the architectural and molecular structures of the starch granule. Dongxing, congratulations. University doctoral scholar Stephen Lowe in mathematics. Stephen used group theory to study the symmetries of particular kinds of orientable surfaces and answered some open questions about these objects. He extended the spectrum of values of the minimum genus of the surfaces, admitting a given group of symmetries, and investigated pseudo-real surfaces which admit symmetries that reverse orientation but no true reflections. Stephen. University doctoral scholar Louise Fustier-McMillan in statistics. Louise developed new methods for visually analysing differences in genetic patterns among populations of animals. She also developed new measures for assessing those differences that take into account situations where one population is larger or more genetically diverse than the other. She illustrated the new methods by analysing data from ship rats, New Zealand fur seals and southern right whales. Louise. Jin Yang Ong in biological sciences. Mitochondrial dysfunction occurs during ageing and contributes to the manifestation of Alzheimer's disease. Jin demonstrated that variants of an Alzheimer's disease-related peptide are more neurotoxic in a mitochondrial-independent manner. Jin also discovered that urolithin A, a small molecule, increased neuronal mitochondrial fitness. Altogether, Jin identified therapeutic targets and compounds that may improve mitochondrial function in the ageing and diseased brain. Josefina Manuel Ocampo in environmental science. Josefina focused on understanding people's participation in forest protection and rehabilitation through the payment for ecosystem services. She found that government and non-government efforts and initiatives are more effective and sustainable if meaningful participation is embedded in forest conservation projects. In this context, meaningful participation entails motivation, engagement, involvement, and decision-making amongst people who have a stake in forest protection and rehabilitation. Josefina. University doctoral scholar Megan Lee Quach in chemistry. Megan investigated strategies for the synthesis of gomba spiroketals, which are naturally occurring molecules from a sea sponge. By probing strategies for such a complex target, Megan pushed the boundaries of synthetic chemistry techniques and scope, resulting in the discovery of a novel cobalt-catalysed methodology. The synthetic utility and mechanism of this novel methodology were also investigated. Megan. Salome Elizabeth Scott in physics. Salome investigated means to efficiently deliver pollen to kiwi fruit blossoms from an autonomous robotic platform. Her work explored how droplet and plant properties affected the choice of spray technology in agriculture. She also developed a spray method that produced novel fluid behaviour. Salome. University doctoral scholar Muhammad Shafiullah in statistics. Shafiullah developed and refined methodology for the analysis of data from screening experiments that reliably identifies genuine effects while controlling the rate of false positives. He developed a software package that allows this methodology to be easily applied by practitioners for a wide range of designs that are commonly used for screening applications. Congratulations. Alexander Shaw in computer science. Alex examined applications of virtual reality technologies in improving motivation to exercise and in achieving physical and cognitive health outcomes. His research also addressed several considerations around the usability and practicality of integrating virtual reality technology and exercise, such as methods of determining user movements with limited sensor availability. Alex. Rebecca Jane Smith in marine science. Rebecca investigated the biology of juvenile green shell mussels. Her work delivered major advances in the management of seed mussels by the $300 million a year mussel aquaculture industry in New Zealand. Rebecca. Margaret Jo Spriggs in psychology. Meg used EEG to explore different models of learning and memory in the human brain. She then used these models to identify changes in neuroplasticity that can distinguish between healthy ageing and mild cognitive impairment. It is hoped that such measures will one day be useful for the early diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. Meg. Lloyd Stringer in biological sciences. Invasive insects threaten New Zealand's primary industries, native ecosystems and its people. To understand how populations persist and to support eradication attempts, Lloyd looked into how changes in pest density influence the likelihood of successful mate finding and the way in which surveillance and eradication tools for the Queensland fruit fly and Drosophila flies interfere with mate finding to reduce population growth rates. Lloyd. Geoffrey Owen James Thompson in biological sciences. Geoffrey examined the genetic underpinnings of flowering time in the reference legume Medicago trunculata. With a focus on the detection of day length, he shed new light on the function of flowering time genes. This work contributes to our growing knowledge of flowering time controls in this staple food group, which has a strong bearing on crop yield and productivity. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar John Griffith Tupuania in mathematics education. John's research focused on identifying the processes by which students create algorithms to solve advanced mathematical problems. Analysing data from 3 case studies, John's findings highlight the nuanced ways that different students go about creating algorithms and provide suggestions for how educators can develop student competencies in algorithm creation. John. Ulla Edith von Amon in biological sciences. Ulla investigated high-throughput molecular techniques using environmental DNA and RNA to incorporate them into routine biosecurity monitoring programs. Screening marine pests that arrive on ship hulls or in ballast water is challenging, and these novel techniques promise to increase the sensitivity of traditional surveillance programs. Congratulations. University doctoral scholar Yi-Jun Wang in statistics. Yi-Jun studied a queuing system with parallel batch and single server queues under selfish routing. He explored and found multiple paradox effects and obtained conditions for uniqueness of the Nash or user equilibrium. He also developed models and algorithms to optimise the system. Congratulations, Yi-Jun. University doctoral scholar Jiheng Wei in computer science. Jiheng has introduced novel methods that help prepare data for analytics. These methods support users to integrate data from various sources, correct errors in the data, and organise the data for efficient processing. As a consequence, data become more trustworthy, and meaningful insight can be derived more efficiently from higher quality data. Jiheng, congratulations. Whitney Whitford in biological sciences. Whitney's PhD focused on the genetics of neurodevelopmental disorders in New Zealand. Specifically, she investigated copy number variants, which are deletions or duplications of large pieces of DNA. Using the latest sequencing technology, she developed a novel bioinformatic pipeline to detect and characterise these variants. Importantly, this framework is transferable to the clinical setting, providing a precise diagnosis and improved outcomes for those affected. Amy Sue in chemistry. Amy investigated how proteins and polysaccharides interact with each other to form dense liquid phases known as complex coacervates that have applications in tissue engineering, drug delivery systems, and even understanding the origin of life. She found relationships between the patterns of charge on the molecules and the coacervate microstructures that can help us control these complex materials. Amy. Bin Chin Siu in environmental science. Bin Chin studied the temporal dynamics of New Zealand lakes in the Auckland region. She found water chemistry was synchronised in time among lakes, showing regional climate changes dictated by physical processes. She also found that ecological communities were not synchronised by regional climate and were instead more strongly influenced by local factors specific to individual lakes. Congratulations. Guangyuan Siu in chemistry. Guangyuan developed innovative methods for the fabrication of graphene electrodes by laser scribing of graphene directly onto plastic films, and also created novel 3D vertical nanoglass-like graphene morphologies. The methods developed provide a means of producing single-use, cost-effective electrochemical biosensors. Guangyuan demonstrated the use of the developed sensors in the detection of a range of neurotransmitters in the presence of interfering substances that are commonly found in biological samples. Guangyuan, congratulations. Lauren Yule in biological sciences. Lauren's PhD focused on the hormone amylin, which plays an important role in regulating blood glucose and meal size, and therefore offers significant potential for the treatment of obesity and diabetes. Profiling and characterisation of the human amylin peptide preceded the synthesis of a library of analogues as potential treatments for metabolic disease. Lauren. Ayesha Zafar in chemistry. Computer-aided drug design has become a cost-effective collection of methods for discovering and developing drug candidates. Ayesha contributed to this effort by applying and evaluating different computational strategies like molecular modelling and virtual high-throughput screening in order to understand the mechanism of reactions and to discover new drug candidates. She worked also on the development of a new molecular descriptor, Gibbs free energy of hydration, for drug designing. Congratulations. Truong Zhang in food science. Truong studied the microencapsulation of Cook Island noni juice, which is rich in phytochemicals but has an unpleasant odour. Truong explored the use of suitable carriers for noni juice, aiming to turn them into powders with desirable properties, high bioactive retention, and better sensory acceptability. His study has provided fundamental knowledge about the mechanism of spray drying microencapsulation of acidic fruit juice and contributed to producing functional ingredients for food. Truong, congratulations. Xingping Zhang in chemistry. Xingping focused on chemically synthesising bioactive cyclic peptides for human therapeutics. He accomplished the total synthesis of 9 cyclic peptides from natural sources. One of these compounds has the potential to be a novel treatment for tuberculosis and is seen as an ideal starting point for drug development. Xingping, congratulations. And in absentia, all those other persons named in the official record qualified for the award of a diploma or the conferment of a degree.
We are now nearing the end of this graduation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I invite all today's graduates to stand and receive the congratulations of us all. It is also an opportunity for the graduates to show their appreciation of the families and supporters and the staff of the university who have helped them as they achieved their qualifications. This concludes this meeting of Council and Convocation of the University for the award of diplomas and the conferment of degrees. I now invite you to sing the first verse of God Defend New Zealand in Māori and then in English. The words are printed on the reverse of the programme.